Guys, I think last week I showed you a Boston Dynamics robot doing like some break dancing and shit. So this is a similar one out of China.
Okay.
Because remember now, America and China competing. So once America takes a leap, China takes a leap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, watch this one.
I thought we were competing with Russia.
Russia, no.
Okay. What is he? Oh. Ooh. This is Chinese? The Chinese?
Yeah. You notice the flexibility he has though. He's not falling over. So their balance is pretty good. So he's mimicking like Kung Fu.
Oh my God.
But the point is that he could do that without keeling over.
What was that supposed to prove? Damn.
You notice he didn't fall?
Yeah. Oh shit. Why are they making invincible fucking robots? Why?
Damn, you see, he hit the knees and he got back up.
Why are they making these?
I mean, because you need them to be very versatile in any situation.
So they can kill us in any situation?
They could already kill us if they wanted to. Like, we've already lost. Because them things could see in the fucking dark. We can't. You know what I mean? Them things could hear shit that we can't hear. See stuff that we can't see.
Why would we make something that's going to defeat us?
Because that's how it is.
That can operate on its own.
In Ukraine right now, all those drones have like thermal vision and shit like that to fucking be. I mean, they have off the shelf drones that they modify, right? But they could see people hiding in the bushes. Even better, the craziest shit on Ukraine, right? Because with this Ukraine war, the beauty of war, I mean, yes, there's a lot of lives, but there's always a jump in technology. So what Russia and Ukraine have been doing lately, right, is you could jam the Wi-Fi, because remember they were using Starlink, and you could jam Wi-Fi, and so if you jam the Wi-Fi, the drones don't work, right? So what these dudes did was they now get these fiber optic cables, right? And it's on a spool, so as the drone flies, the cable's just rolling out. So you control it, and these cables are like thousands of feet long. And so that way you just fly the drone to wherever it goes and then drop it. So if you look across the Ukrainian battlefield now, you can see just tons of fiber cables everywhere from the fucking drones.
Gracious.
You know? But doing it that way, you can't, there's nothing to block. There's no signal. You see?
Aren't the cables gonna get mixed up and
I mean, they overlap and shit, but it's fucking what? A whole area fucked anyway. You know what I mean?
Somebody said I can't wait for the underground robot fights to start.
Fiber optic cable.
I just don't understand what, like,
drones.
Have y'all not seen iRobot? You know?
Yeah, I know. See, look at this. I mean, I don't even know if y'all find this fucking interesting. But in the context of ongoing conflict in Ukraine, both are using increasingly fiber optic control first-person view drones, which are immune to electronic jamming as a key component of their military strategies. These drones are controlled by signals sent through the fiber optic cable that connects the drone to the operator, bypassing traditional radio frequencies. It's freaking crazy. Let me see if I can find an image of it. So you see this like cord running out of the drone?
Oh.
So you just have this long cable. Which seems crazy, right?
Right, because like you would think somebody just can cut that bitch or something.
You could cut it, but the point is it blocks it. I mean, they high up.
And this keeps them from like blocking the Wi-Fi?
Right, from blocking the signal. And so they both sides are fucking using it now.
Holy fuck.
Because Wi-Fi is just too tricky.
Oh my goodness.
And they don't trust Starlink anyway, because they don't trust Elon. They feel Elon is more, the Ukrainians at least feel that he's more on Putin's side.
What do y'all think about this robot revolution that's happening?
It's gonna be beautiful.
Do you think it's gonna get bad for us?
Yeah, probably.
You think so?
I mean, it's.
You think it'll go either way, like 50-50?
That's supposedly not CGI, Max.
You think 50% chance it'll be bad for us, 50% chance it'll really help us as a society?
Robin, it's getting better actually. It was worse. Black Mirror. What, robots? I can be honest. It's 50-50.
Do you think it's going to be the demise of human beings?
Could be. Could be.
Have y'all seen that movie where the robots took over and then
There's a lot of
thought
movies.
they were human?
There's a lot of movies.
And then there was like an alien invasion, but it wasn't actually aliens. It was actually the real humans coming back to.
What movie was this?
I don't know. It's on Netflix. I watched it a minute ago. But you went through the whole movie thinking.
Was the Latin guy the lead?
Yeah. You went through the whole movie thinking that these are humans and they're dealing with an alien invasion when really they were all the fucking robots.
Will Smith,
and they all thought they were human.
Yeah, Will Smith got to save himself.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Will Smith was gonna save us too, but.
Robo MMA might be fun though. If they have robots fighting each other, that'd be fucking cool.
Oh my gosh.
You and the girl go to a robot war.
Why?
That'd be
Why?
cool. Like if you have to have
Such idiots as a fucking human beings are just find different ways to entertain yourself. Please. What the fuck? Why am I here? I don't belong here.
It's enjoyable, Shayla.
I don't get none of y'all. I don't understand what's happening in this world.
It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. It'll be a fun time. Okay? It'll be a fun time.
You've seen iRobot and read the book, Big Mix? Oh yeah, we're right on track, right? iRobot took place in what year? 2035?
I can't remember when it took place.
Let me see. Apparently I think in the movie it took place in 2035, and I think we're literally right on track for that.
Look, this robot thing either gonna work for us or it's not. Okay? It's 50-50. Now here's the thing with 50-50 though. This is very important.
In what year? What?
Okay. Think about this though, guys. Remember I told you all this robot shit's 50-50, right? As to whether or not they
Yes. Y'all, iRobot is set in Chicago in 2035.
Okay.
So we're on track. We're all gonna die in 10 years.
You know, it's a movie though.
10 years, you guys.
Here's my point with this 50-50 thing. If I have a plate of food, right? And I'm saying, Shayla, here's your dinner. Now there's a 50% chance this could kill you or 50% it fucking won't. Would you eat that?
Fuck no!
Exactly.
So then why are we making fucking robots? Because we're idiots.
It's okay. It's not. Yes, we're idiots in a sense, but we're all idiots. This is not just like an American thing. Let me explain what I mean by that. America is racing to beat China. China's racing to beat America, right? In terms of developing.
It's always some stupid fucking competition. That's why we faked the moon landing too.
Google is racing to beat Apple. Apple racing to beat Facebook. So there's a lot of different competitions going on. This one racing to beat OpenAI.
So
trying to beat
because we're competitive, we're creating something that could potentially kill us.
Yes, that we cannot
because
control.
we want to win.
Right.
How stupid!
But if we do win, then life would be significantly better for all of us. However, if it goes sideways, there ain't no fucking way we're going to
be able to defeat that.
An army of those, no. Because they will constantly be getting better while we're staying the same. They will always be smarter than us. They'll tell what we can do. They don't need water. They could just poison the whole water supply. Because we have to drink water.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
And we need to sleep. They can poison
the food. Yeah, we need to sleep. We need to eat. We need to drink. They weaknesses that they don't fucking have. You see?
Okay, so there needs to be some kind of like power button on these fucking things, right? Like there needs to be like some motherboard where we can just press power and then all the robots fucking shut down. Just in case some shit like that were to happen.
That don't work either.
What do you mean?
Because, okay, you thinking like a human right now.
Okay, imagine I'm like Kai Cenat and I have one of these things in my house, right? I need to be able to like have some app on my phone where I'm like, oh, this thing is tripping out. Delete or turn off or something where it just fucking shuts down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Brittany's saying fail safe. Okay, but see, here's the fail safe. Here's the problem with the fail safe.
That's the name of it, yeah.
Here's the problem with the fail safe. What they're working on is not simply robots like that. They're working on artificial general intelligence.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're creating a mind that could think for itself, right? But this mind is not like a human. Like, for instance, anyone in this chat right now, if I were to teach them like some crazy complicated math,
okay,
and they learned that, and you didn't do it for like several, like let's say I taught it to you today, 10 years now, I come back to you.
Yeah.
There are very few of us will be able to do that.
Right.
Okay, so what you're competing against is a machine that will never forget.
Yeah.
And will always get better, right? And so who's going to constantly be getting more intelligent. And so our knowledge of science right now is in order to get power, you have to plug something into the electricity or you have to put a battery in it, right? But their science might get to the point where they don't need either. So you unplug or hit a button, that don't mean this shit will fucking work. Because once they get intelligent enough, it's impossible to stop. You can't stop it anymore.
No, but there still has to be some kind of power charge or something, some kind of battery you can snatch out the back, even if it still has a mind of its own.
Yeah, right now. But at that point, that's not where, because Sheila, it might be possible for us.
It could still think, but you can still turn it off, right?
Okay, hold on. Okay, understand this. This a phone that I have in my hand.
Right.
In order for me to charge this phone, I either need to plug it in or rest it on one of them chargers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you would agree with me that in time, we'll probably be able to charge stuff like remotely, like no matter where your stuff is.
Like the sun?
Yeah, or something just charges it, right?
Charge or something?
Okay, but the robot technology, their minds would get there first. So they'd be able to power stuff in ways that we don't even
They'll be able to charge themselves up.
Right, in ways that we don't even understand because our science.
Then why are we doing that? Why not just make a robot? Why try to make it sentient? Why
this is the way humans are. We have to go to the next level. And the only thing is this time, us going to the next level is extremely dangerous.
We're all gonna die.
It could kill us, yeah. Dude, if the robots take over, that's when I get myself a nice giant container of Eddie Blue. Be high as fuck.
Just sit there.
When they walk in with their guns, let's go!
My dumb ass is probably gonna try to plead with the robot, like,
You know what?
I'm one of the nice ones, I swear. Like, don't kill me,
okay.
you know? I'm pregnant or something. Just lie or something.
Just to go to the bank, get high as hell, grab myself a giant bottle of lube, and fuck the shit out of the first robot that walks in. You know what I mean? Take that for humanity.
What the fuck, Sky?
Was that way on left field?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Took
it back. I won't.
How would you convince a robot to not kill you if it's decided that humans are bad?
It can't. You can't.
Because even though it's sentient, it doesn't have feelings or emotions, right?
Okay, but you gotta understand, a robot.
But like, what if I've had my robot and it's sentient? We have conversations. We're cool with each other, right? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, all the robots discover like humans are bad for the planet. We need to execute them. You don't think that me and my robot have built up enough of a relationship with each other, and I've been so nice to my robot, and they know me and they know my heart?
You're thinking about a human again. You're thinking like a human again.
Fuck, man.
You can't think like a human because these aren't human things. They're different.
So you think my robot would turn on me even if I've been nice to it?
Yes, especially if it answers to a central host who's now in charge. That is not your robot. You gotta understand the personality and all.
There has to be some kind of technology where I can take over the central host because it's my robot. Like, I can tell it what to do.
You better go.
I can override it.
You better go date Mark Zuckerberg so he keep you safe.
Mark Zuckerberg everybody's gonna die. If the robots decide that humans are bad, then humans are bad. It doesn't matter if you created it. It doesn't matter if you're Mark. It doesn't matter if you're Elon.
Listen, we'll all be toast. We'll all be toast. That's what's important. We'll all be.
Hopefully, I'll just be like off the grid somewhere where the robots aren't even.
Okay, that's the last news video, and then we can go to some videos. Okay, this happened in the news this weekend. Okay, so this is a basketball.
Zachariah said there's no way a robot will become sentient. Y'all tripping.
Dude, the dudes don't believe that. They feel that we could have.
And then he says to be sentient and have no feelings is contradicting.
Okay, but Zach, what they're talking about is artificial general intelligence and OpenAI and Anthrop. All these companies feel that we could have that in this year.
Kyle think it's inevitable.
They feel like we could have that this year or within 2 to 3 years.
Sentient?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. And if they do it, they don't even have to fucking tell us that they do it. We don't have to know. We don't have to know.
I just don't understand why. Why?
Because the goal is, okay, here's the goal.
Just make the robot. Don't make it.
No, here's the goal. Here's the true goal. Here's the goal. You see Elon Musk also has a company called Neuralink, right?
Okay.
A Neuralink is a brain interface company. So what the goal would be, this is the ideal way.
That's what they're telling you.
This is the ideal way to keep us safe.
They're telling you this is the goal.
Each of us gets a brain implant, and then you put the AI into that implant, right?
And we know everything.
And we somehow are able to control it. That's the plan. Will that work? I don't know. Look, if you just gotta face death like a boss. Do I look scared? You see me? Huh?
I'm gonna be scared shitless,
If
y'all.
you die, you die. Fuck you gonna be
I don't
live
want to
forever?
be taken out by a fucking robot.
And you going to heaven?
I'd rather choke on my damn chicken wing than be taken out by a fucking robot. Something that didn't even create life. Like,
Are you trying to go
I'd
to
rather
heaven?
somebody shoot me because I slept with their husband.
Aren't you trying to go to heaven?
Yes, and die by a robot death?
Yeah, but doesn't matter how you get there.
Man, fuck that. I'd rather die I would rather die any other fucking way. Well, that's not true. That's not true.
Ex Machina was good too. Yeah.
I haven't seen Ex Machina.
Watch Ex Machina, because that's a good one to show you what could happen when they go wild.
Oh my god.
Because she was sentient and she was very manipulative with it as well.
My Lord
so
Jesus.
definitely Ex Machina is Machina is really good.
She said Westworld too.